welcome you to beautiful R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University. Blue Jay Volleyball is the name of the game tonight. It's the CCIW Conference Opener as the Elmhurst University Blue Jays take on the Big Blue from Millikin. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted that you are logged on to BlueJayTV.com. It should be a great matchup. These two teams battled in 5 sets a year ago. We'll get into that a little bit later on, but the Blue Jays coming into the CCIW Conference Opener with an overall mark of 2-2. Meanwhile, the Big Blue, they've played twice as many matches as the Blue Jays. They come in with a record of 6-2. Both teams are coming off of exciting 5-set victories. If you were with us last Thursday, you know what we were talking about, as the Blue Jays last Thursday knocked off the Stars from Millikin University in 5 sets. Blue Jays lost the first 2 sets but rallied, took the 3rd and the 4th set, and then captured the 5th set to win the match. Meanwhile, the Big Blue, they were at the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh Invitational this past weekend, and they knocked off the host team, UW Oshkosh, in 5 sets. The Big Blue won the first 2 sets of that match, but Oshkosh came back to win sets 3 and 4, and then the Big Blue took the 5th set 15-12. As I mentioned last year, October 13th, 2021, here at R.A. Fagnall Hall, these two teams battled it out in 5 sets. Elmhurst won the first set. Millikin took sets 2 and 3. Elmhurst took the 4th set, and then Elmhurst really dominated in the 5th set, 15-5, to take that match against the Big Blue. Tonight's match, by the way, is the 18th meeting between these two schools. Elmhurst has won 9 matches. Millikin has won 8. You see the Big Blue as we look at the starting lineup there for the Blue Jays of Elmhurst. Peyton Say, Kate Bauer, Lacey Kaiser, Elise Rossing, the sophomore, Keely Larson, just a freshman. Jada Wiley had a huge match last Thursday, and the setter senior, if you will, Aaron Murray, the starters for head coach Cameron Andrew in his first year as he takes over this program from Julie Hall. Meanwhile, Millikin, they will send out Tori Stewart. Reese Brown is the setter. Sophie Howell, Caitlin Skaronsky, and she will serve. Sophie Howell, Jessie Kretter, and Kaylee Itzenhauser, the sophomore outside hitter. Your starting lineups, and we are off and running here in Elmhurst. Jada Wiley with the push to the back row. Now coming on the attack is Millikin. Murray setting it up. Nice dig in the back row for Millikin. And the point going to the Big Blue. That's Jessie Kretter, the middle back, the 6'1 senior, with her 81st kill of the season, straight up the middle. And Millikin gets the first point of the match. Setting it up there, the far side was Wiley. Dig in the back by Kayla Darrows, and another point for the Big Blue. So an early 2-0 lead here for Millikin. See Murray setting it up there to Wiley. Nice block at the net by Millikin. Skaronsky, local product. She went to Naperville Central High School with another nice serve. Murray setting it up here to the near side. Again, blocked at the net by Millikin. On the attack, here's Wiley. Cross-court kill. Blocked at the net, nicely done. Keely Larson, I believe, the 6-foot middle hitter, will get credit for the block. And the Blue Jays, there you see the block and the first point of the first set for Elmhurst, and it's 2-1. Longtime head coach for Millikin, Debbie Kick, in her 22nd season as the head coach of the Big Blue. Getting it over Lacey Kaiser, a whistle, double hit, and a point going to Millikin. 3-1 lead here. We are early on in the first set. Ed Vesley is the R1. He's up on the bird's nest. Darren Reese is the R2. Your two officials. Little too strong, a service error, and a point going to Elmhurst. Take another look at it. Little too much club. Good decision by the Blue Jay back row. And now a chance for the Blue Jays to tie this one up. Jada Wiley on the serve. Nice dig in the back by Murray. Getting it over Rossing. Opportunity here for the Blue Jays. Murray. Larson's kill was blocked. Kill attempt, I should say. Say setting it up. Cross-court kill attempt by Kaiser is long. It was not deflected at the net, so Millikin gets the point, and it's 4-2. Of course, Cameron Andrew taking over Elmhurst. Julie Hall, the longtime head coach, 28 years as the head coach, a Hall of Famer. Retired last year, and hitting that one into the net. Elise Rossing, a attack error for the Blue Jays. And talking to Coach Andrew before this match, that was the issue early on in the match against Dominican on Thursday night. The attack errors. But they cleaned that up late in the match. They made some defensive adjustments. And that kill attempt by Tori Stewart goes out. Take another look. You see Tori, bottom of your monitor, just out, lower left-hand part of your monitor, and it's now 5-3. Of course, Coach Andrew very, very happy to knock off his former teammates. Of course, he coached at Dominican before coming here to Elmhurst, so that had to be an extra special night for Coach Andrew last Thursday when the Blue Jays knocked off the Stars. Great timing there, and the kill for Kate Bauer, the 6'1" junior from Lake in the Hills, and the middle hitter brings the Blue Jays to within one. Kate didn't have to move much, just had to time her jump, and she did it beautifully. Chance now for the Blue Jays to tie this one up. There's the dink shot, and that one is going to be successful. Usually you can get away with that a couple times a set. And the Big Blue get one there, and it's now 6-4. Big Blue by 2. Serving now is Sophie Howell, the libero, sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. Whoa, couple of Big Blue players got tangled up right there. That was Reese Brown and Addison Oyer. Looked like they got tangled up there. They're set up by Oyer, and she kind of ran into Reese Brown, and so the point's going to go to the Blue Jays. And again, Elmhurst with an opportunity to tie this one up. Kellen Kennedy coming in. Kellen had a really good game. A good match, I should say, last Thursday. Had 30 assists in that match against the Stars. We got a whistle and a point going to the Blue Jays. So now we're tied at 6. Yeah, Kennedy had 30 assists. Aaron Murray had 28 assists for the Blue Jays last Thursday night. A great 1-2 combination. So Kellen continuing to serve, jump serve. Nicely done. Back row kill attempt by Kaylee Itzenhauser. Itzenhauser hits it into the net. And so for the first time in this first set, the Blue Jays take the lead. 7-6. And Kennedy continuing to serve, the sophomore from Appleton, Wisconsin. Partially blocked at the net. It goes out of bounds, so we are tied. Well, check that. Oh, they're giving the point to the Blue Jays. Oh, okay, they switched it. So now, all right, they got it right. It's 7-7. They had 8-6 momentarily up on the scoreboard, but the Blue Jays did deflect it at the net, so we are tied at 7. Second tie of this first set. Serving Sandra Brindle, freshman out at Downers Grove North. Say with the one-handed dig from the back row. Blocked by the Blue Jays. Again a block on the kill attempt by Tori Stewart. But the block, after the block, it goes out of bounds. Here's another look. You see Stewart, there's the block, but it went out of bounds into the first row here at R.A. Faginal Hall, and Millikin recaptures the lead, 8-7. Again, you have to figure this one's going to be a close match throughout. Getting it over from the back row, Wiley. And that one goes long. Point to the Blue Jays, and we're tied at 8. Coming out of the game for the Blue Jays is Elise Rossing. Coming in and serving is Kayla Deros. Deros went to St. Charles East. Sophomore libero. Nice jump serve. That's one thing. Oh, did Stewart get up big for the Big Blue. Kill attempt by Itzenhauser. Blue Jays on the attack. And an attack error as Jada Wiley hits that one into the net. So Millikin recaptures the lead, 9-8. And it's Tori Stewart to serve. Wiley goes backwards and hits the top, and Wiley's going to get it over, and the Blue Jays get the point. Again, they played it off the backboard, or one of the beams high above R.A. Faginal Hall. That is in play, and the Blue Jays did a great job of keeping their concentration and getting it over. We're tied at 9. Peyton Say on the serve. Pushing it over, getting the point, Delaney Higgins, the 6-foot freshman. Outside hitter, good decision. She saw that opening on the front row, and it was in by about a foot. So the Big Blue leading by 1. Caitlin Skowronski, the outside hitter with the jump serve. Both teams serving the ball well here in the early going. Getting it over there was Kaylee Phillips. And Phillips out of Queen Creek, Arizona gives the point to the Blue Jays, and we're tied at 10. Murray back into serve. Kellen Kennedy will have a seat. Kaylee Phillips gets some instruction from Coach Andrew. Murray gets it over. Cross kill attempt by Kaylee Itzenhauser is too strong. And it's a 1-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Aaron Murray will serve. Back row dig, now Big Blue on the attack. And great defensive effort. Say comes over. One-handed dig, gets it over. Say again with the dig. Murray, Wiley, blocked nicely by Millikin. Wiley gets it over. Oh, man. Nice dig by Deros. Say diving, gets it over. Oh, what a volley. Millikin mistimes the jump. I think that was Jessie Kretter that mistimed her jump. Let's take another look at it. Look at that effort that time by Say. And there you see the mistiming the jump right there. And the Blue Jays get the point, lead by 2. Oh, that serve, a service error, and it's now 12-11. Couple nice plays on that volley by Jada Wiley. What a match she had on Thursday night. She had a career-high 21 kills against Dominican, throwing 3 service aces and a couple of blocks. The sophomore was tremendous, especially down the stretch in the 4th and the 5th set. Back row dig by Say. Blocked at the net by Millikin. Murray setting it up to Wiley on the near side of the court this time, but her kill attempt goes wide. And now we are tied at 12. Both teams get 2 timeouts per set. Neither team has used a timeout here in this first set. Cross court, getting it over was Lacey Kaiser, but it went out, so the Big Blue getting the point. 3 straight points for Millikin here. Remember, Elmhurst led 12-10. It's now 13-12. Millikin. Reese Brown with the jump serve. Back row, and the decision by Kayla Darrows was a wise one. Service error, and we're tied at 13. Back in the game, Elise Rossing for Coach Andrew. Jada Wiley gets instruction from the Blue Jay bench on placement on this serve. And it comes in handy as she gets a service ace. And does a 360 in the middle of the court to congratulate with her teammates as the Blue Jays take the lead back 14-13. And there's that dink effort again, the second one to be successful for Millikin, and we're tied at 14. And now it's Kaylee Itzenhauser, who has 12 aces coming into this match, so one of the better servers for Millikin. Murray on the setup. Rossing blocked by Millikin at the net. Diving effort by several Blue Jay players. Boy, Millikin has done a really nice job at the net here in this first set. And again, moisture on the court. We saw this several times on Thursday night, and it is a bit humid tonight here at R.A. Faginal Hall. So again, they're cleaning up the moisture on the Blue Jays side of the court. And now we're ready to go. Big Blue by 1. Dig by Itzenhauser. And that is going to be a kill. Nobody home in the back row for Elmhurst. And the lead is 2 for the Big Blue. And Coach Andrew has seen enough as Millikin enjoying its biggest lead of the set. A 2-point advantage, 16-14. And Coach Andrew wants to talk things over. This is the 3rd straight home match for the Blue Jays. They lost to UW-Whitewater, the 9th ranked team in the country among Division III schools, last Tuesday. They lost in 3 sets. And then of course that big 5-set win on Thursday night against Dominican. And they finish up their 3rd straight home match here tonight. Then, well, the Blue Jays are going to be some road warriors. They're on the road for the next 7 matches are all on the road. They don't come home here to R.A. Faginal Hall until they play the Cardinals of North Central on Tuesday, September 27th. That is a long time, and we'll have that September 27th match against North Central. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. Tuesday, September 27th. Now, speaking of road warriors, how about this? Millikin has yet to play a home match at Griswold Center down in Decatur. They're 2-1 on the road, and they're 4-1 on neutral sites. They played in a tournament in California, and they just got done playing at a tournament at University of Wisconsin Oshkosh Invitational up there. So their first as a whistle and a point, a double hit, a point being awarded to the Blue Jays. Elmhurst is within 1, 16-15. The first home match for Millikin will be on Friday, September 23rd against the Augustana Vikings. So the Big Blue being road warriors to start the season. Rossing gets it over and it stays in. Nice job by Elise Rossing. On Thursday night, she had 9 kills. Comes up with a cross-court kill there to tie this first set at 16. And a service error, that time by Allie Schwartz, as the Big Blue recaptures the lead. 17-16. Again, we play up to 25. You have to win by 2. And we play the rally scoring system, which means that a point is awarded on every serve. Boy, I remember the days before the rally scoring system, and these matches could take a very, very long time. This point being awarded to Millikin. Big Blue leads now by 2. See a replay there. So Millikin by 2. Serving is Sophie Howell. Chance for the Big Blue to get up by 3. Rossing has other ideas. And Elise Rossing with the kill, and the Blue Jays are within 1. Elise coming up huge here. A couple of kills. Elmhurst within 1. It'll be Kellen Kennedy to try to tie this first set up. Talking to Coach Andrew, I asked him about the CCIW competition this year, and he almost rattled off everybody in the league. I mean, he mentioned Illinois Wesleyan, always going to be tough. Carthage, Carroll, North Central off to a good non-conference start this year as well. So it is going to be a tough CCIW schedule. Partially deflected at the net, it's going to go out of bounds, point to Millikin, and that's why these two teams have played such tough non-conference competition. Into the game now, Sandra Brindle, just a freshman. Setter, 108 assists coming into this game. Knuckleball serve. Setting it up, Kennedy here to the near side to Rossing. Second row dig. Stewart with the kill attempt. Kennedy. Oh, and miss hitting that one in the front row was Callie Phillips. And so now Millikin enjoying its biggest lead of this first set, and it's only 3, 20-17. And another timeout taken by Elmhurst. That is their second and final timeout here of this first set. Again, we play to 5 sets, and if it does go to a 5th set, it is played up to 15. And the first team to get to 8 points in that 5th set, they'll switch sides on the court. Other action in the CCIW, some other matches that are CCIW conference openers. Augustana is at Wheaton tonight. Carroll is at Illinois Wesleyan, and Beloit is at Carthage. That, of course, the Beloit-Carthage match, a non-conference matchup. But I mentioned North Central off to a good start, 4-0 in the Cardinals' non-conference competition. North Park off to a good start as well. The Vikings 8-2, Carthage 7-2, Wesleyan 6-2. I mentioned Millikin 6-2, Wheaton 5-2. Augustana 5-3. Mentioned the Blue Jays 2-2 and Carroll 4-4. So indeed, this is going to be a very competitive CCIW conference. Sandra Brindle continuing to serve. Far side, here's Phillips. Diving dig in the back row by Howell. Stewart pushes it over off the one-handed arm of Kellen Kennedy, and now the lead is 4 for the Big Blue. You see the dive by Kennedy, and it's 21-17. Blue Jays need to stop the bleeding right here. Kennedy, Rossing, blocked at the net. It was Tori Stewart and Sophia Gibbs, the combination. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it looked like that may have been Stewart, number 1. But another point for the Big Blue. Again, fine net play by Millikin. It's a 5-point advantage for the Big Blue. Dig in the back by Say. Phillips, and before she can touch the ball, a double hit. And wow, it is now a 6-point advantage. 2 more points for Millikin, and they will capture this first set. Another nice serve by Brindle, however, it does go out. So a service error. One of the few mistakes by the Big Blue here this first set. 23-18. Kayla Deros. See if she can put together a number of serves here. Blue Jays trailing by 5. Brindle setting it up. Nice block at the net. Kate Bauer was there to get the block for the Blue Jays. A much needed point. You'll see 7 elevate and get the block. Nice job by Kate. Oh, although they're calling it violation. So 1 point away, Millikin, from taking the first set. Boy, I thought that was clean. Near side here, Phillips. Now it's Millikin on the attack. Blocked and going out of bounds, so the kill going to Delaney Higgins. And the Big Blue captures the first set by a score of 25-18. So we'll take a timeout here as Millikin leads the match as they take the first set, 25-18. We'll step aside and come back for the second set. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back, and there you see the national championship banner, 1983, when the Blue Jays won the whole kit and caboodle. Welcome back to RA Fagnall Hall. Really exciting first set. We were tied at 16, but then the Big Blue went on a 9-2 run to close out the first set, as Millikin winning the first set 25-18. So we'll switch sides now. The Big Blue on the left-hand part of your monitor, and the Blue Jays will set up shop on the right-hand part of your monitor. Mark Kruger along with Rich Forsman. Rich, our engineer, our audio coordinator, our camera operator, and he's keeping me in check tonight, and we thank Rich, who is still trying out from being at Soldier Field on Sunday when the Bears knocked off the 49ers in the rain. Boy, what a great game that was. And of course, the picture of the Bears after the game sliding into the end zone in all the water. And so now this is Packer week as the Bears invade Lambeau Field Sunday night against Aaron Rodgers and the Pack. All right, here we go. Aaron Murray to start things off here in the second set. Kill attempt that time by Jesse Crutter into the net, and the Blue Jays take the first point of the second set. As Elmhurst trying to tie this match up. Setting it up on the far side to Itzenhauser, but the Blue Jays were there. Take another look at it here. You see Itzenhauser, great block by Elmhurst, and a good start. Millikin took the first 2 points of the first set. Elmhurst taking the first 2 points of the second set. Murray's dig, Say with the dig, getting it over Kaiser. And that one is dug into the net, if you will, and Elmhurst with the early 3-0 lead. Setting it up now is Reese Brown, and the Big Blue getting their first point of the second set, 3-1. Reese Brown with a nice setup, the junior out of Bradley Bourbonnais, majoring in nursing down in Decatur. Reese Brown will serve. Dig by Say in the back row, setting it up here to Kaiser, and now the Big Blue on the attack. Straight up the middle, and the kill by Jessie Crutter. The middle back, the 6'1" senior, she's majoring in biology. 2 quick points for the Big Blue. And Brown continuing to serve, trying to tie this one up. Dig in the back by Wiley. Wiley deflected at the net, partially blocked. Itzenhauser, now the dig by Brown. The Blue Jays now on the attack. Kill by Lacey Kaiser. Lacey, a junior out of St. Joseph, Illinois. The 5'10" right-sider gives the point to the Blue Jays, and it's 4-2. And now the sophomore, Jada Wiley on the serve. Brown setting it up. Addison Oyer, the 6-foot freshman from Ludlow, Illinois, brings the Big Blue to within 1. And now Itzenhauser can tie it up here. Dig in the back by Rossing. Here's Rossing now, the kill attempt. Itzenhauser pushing it over as Stewart, and the Big Blue get a point. A big smile on the face of Torrey. As we're tied at 4. Kaylee Itzenhauser to serve. Well-rounded player is Itzenhauser, and she gets the service ace. I mentioned earlier she had 12 aces coming into this match, and she gets one here to give the Big Blue a 1-point lead. Kaylee also has 106 digs and 71 kills coming into this match. Nice serve again right there. Blocked nicely at the net for Millikin. And a late whistle, and Erin Murray putting out her arms as if to say, what did I do? And Coach Andrew saying, Erin, calm down, calm down. 6-4 Millikin. Kaylee continuing to serve for Millikin now. Big Blue by 2. Wiley on the dig. Blocked at the net by Millikin. Say setting it up here to Kaiser. Dig in the back by Itzenhauser. Now it's Stewart. Say, Rossing gets it over with the kill. Elise Rossing, big point there. The Blue Jays within 1. You see Elise, she kind of hesitated a little bit, regathered herself, and then timed her jump nicely. Say with the jump serve. Wow, nice serve. Itzenhauser with the dig. A whistle and a point, double hit. And so the Blue Jays now have tied things up. We're tied at 6 here in the second set. service error as Say hits that one into the net. Well, again, talking to Coach Andrew, attack errors were the issue in the first 2 sets last Thursday against Millikin, but Blue Jays have done a pretty nice job in that category. Just have to give some credit to the Big Blue. They've done a nice job at the net in that first set, and now we got a whistle and a net violation against the Blue Jays, and a point going to Millikin. Two-point advantage, 8-6. Millikin by 2. Wiley on the dig. Rossing gets it over. Brown on the setup. Up the middle with the kill of Sophia Gibbs, the middle back. Out of St. Charles, Missouri, majoring in biology and a pre-med student as well. Millikin by 3. Howell to serve. Jump serve by the libero, too strong. Good decision by Jada Wiley to let that one go. Point to the Blue Jays, it's 9-7. Kaylee Phillips into the game, coming out Lacey Kaiser. And now it's going to be Kellen Kennedy to serve. Again, Millikin took the first set, 25-18. And that's a service error. 10-7 now, Millikin by 3. Substitution for the Big Blue, back in the game, Delaney Higgins. And also coming back in is Sandra Brindle, and Brindle will serve. Point going to the Blue Jays, the kill by Keely Larson, and the freshman from San Diego, California. Some of her teammates pushing her around a little bit after they see that. And Keely's like, hey, what are you doing? Again, more moisture on the Millikin side of the court as the Blue Jays are within 2, 10-8. Mention attack errors. Both teams with 9 attack errors. So the Blue Jays doing quite a better job in that category here in the early part of this match. Cross-court kill attempt by Gibbs was not deflected at the net. So the Blue Jays get the point, and it's 10-9. And Elmhurst, Kayla Darrows to serve, can tie this one up. Blue Jays trailing by 1 here, 10-9. Brindle setting it up on the far side to Delaney Higgins. And Higgins will get the kill, and it's now 11-9. Nice job. Deflected at the net. And now Tori Stewart, 5'10" senior, majoring in biology, gets the service ace. Tori had 9 aces coming into this match. It's now 12-9. 3-point lead for the Big Blue. And the Blue Jays cannot get that one. The one-handed effort at the net by Callie Phillips. And now the Big Blue enjoying their biggest lead of the second set. It is at 4, 13-9. And that forces Coach Andrew to call a timeout here. There you take a look at the Big Blue huddle. You see right in the middle of that huddle there is Debbie Kick, now in her 22nd season. She's the all-time winningest volleyball coach. Closing in on 480 career victories at Millikin, which is absolutely unbelievable. Back in 2017, she led the Big Blue to its 3rd straight CCIW regular season title. She graduated from Eastern Illinois, Bachelor of Science degree in Physical Education and Health Education. Received her master's degree from the University of Illinois Springfield in 2004. And there's a good look at Coach Andrew coming over here to Elmhurst after spending 5 seasons. Well, actually spending the past 4 seasons at Dominican University, where he coached both the men and the women's volleyball program. As I mentioned earlier, he took over Elmhurst from Julie Hall, the Hall of Famer, retired last year. And a kill by Wiley off the hand of Sandra Brindle. And so after the timeout, the Blue Jays get a much needed point. Nice job by Jada to get the kill. And the Blue Jays trailing by 3. Midway through the second set. Larson on the jump serve. Stewart with the dig. Getting it over Itzenhauser. Nice dig in the back row there by Darrows. Wiley and blocked nicely at the net. I believe that was Higgins, number 17. Take another look at it here. You'll see Higgins with the jump. Great effort that time at the net as the Big Blue continuing to get the job done. Oh, they're giving the point. I believe they're saying a net. So it is 13-11. And another point for Elmhurst. It's a 1-point game. 13-12. So after the Blue Jay timeout, Elmhurst with 3 straight points to get to within 1. Larson, the freshman, continuing to serve. Nice dig by Larson. And the combination, Itzenhauser and Gibbs at the net for Millikin. Take another look. Itzenhauser with the block. The Big Blue now back up by 2. Skowronski with the jump serve. Oh, off of Darrow. She got tangled up, it looked a little bit, and a service ace. And it's now 15-12. In the first set, these two teams were tied at 16. And then I mentioned earlier that the Big Blue went on a 9-2 run. Wiley's gonna get the kill. So Jada coming up big, but she came up huge in the 4th and the 5th sets on Thursday night against the Stars of Dominican. And she comes up with one here. Remember, she had 21 kills, a career high in that match against Dominican. Murray now to serve. Blue Jays down by 2. And the dink works by Credder. Jesse Credder, the senior middleback, gives the point to the Big Blue. The lead is back up to 3. Coming in now to serve for Millikin, Reese Brown. Brown, a junior. Oh boy, ball dancing on top of the net there for a moment. Nice block at the net by the Blue Jays. It looked like it was Wiley and also Kate Bauer, as they were both there to get the block. Nicely done. And now the Blue Jays are within 2. Wiley on the serve. Deflected, partially blocked at the net. Murray setting it up. Rossing blocked at the net by Millikin. Back row dig by Brown, nicely done. Say with the dig. The dink effort. Itzenhauser got the dig. Pushing it in the back row. Nice diving effort by Wiley. What a volley this is turning into. And the Blue Jays could not control it at the net. And Millikin gets the point. You see the Blue Jays kind of mistimed their jump there at the net. And a timeout taken by Elmhurst. That's their final timeout here of the second set, as Millikin now leads by 3. 17 to 14. This was just around the time that Millikin went on their run, when the Big Blue went on their run in the first set. And so Coach Andrew wants to stop it here as he burns a timeout. Again, I mentioned Millikin coming into this one having played 8 matches, all 8 of the matches on the road away from the Griswold Center. They started out in California with their first 4 matches going 3-1. And then, as I mentioned earlier, they played this past weekend at the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh Invitational. They lost to UW-Stevens Point in 3 straight sets. They beat Edgewood College. They beat UW-Whitewater in 4 sets. Of course, the Blue Jays losing to UW-Whitewater a week ago Tuesday, September 6th, in 3 straight sets. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the Big Blue knocked off UW-Oshkosh in 5 sets this past weekend up at UW-Oshkosh. So all of their matches on the road to start the season. And miss-hitting that one, Reese Brown. And a double hit, that's a gift for the Blue Jays. They'll take it. A rare miscue by the Big Blue. Say now the jump serve. Oh, mishandling that one was Tori Stewart, and a service ace. So 2 quick points. Wow, look at this ace. A much needed point. The Blue Jays now with a chance to tie this one up. Pushing it, and yes. Just into the corner. So now it's a 2-point lead. 18-16. Millikin with the lead. Howell, the libero, will serve. Howell with 149 digs and 14 aces. Coming into this one, that one a service error. Too strong. Boy, that was a big point. All of these points are huge now. As Elmhurst down 1. Kennedy to serve. And again, a chance to tie this second set up. Dig by Brown. Stewart got the kill attempt off. Brown setting it up here to the near side. Back row dig by Wiley. And now it's Phillips getting it over. Deflected at the net by Millikin. Rossing on the attack. And she'll get the kill, and we're tied at 18. Well, I mentioned at the beginning that this figured to be a close match. The first set, we were tied at 16, and now in the second set, we're tied at 18. And a timeout taken by Coach Kick and Millikin as we're tied at 18 here in the second set. And while we got an opportunity, a chance to tell you that our next Blue Jay athletic event will be this Saturday. Blue Jay football will head across the street to beautiful Langhorst Field as the Blue Jay football team will have its CCIW conference opener, much like the volleyball team has its conference opener tonight. The football team will have its conference opener Saturday afternoon when they'll take on the Augustana Vikings. Augie won the last 4 meetings against Elmhurst. Last year in Rock Island, the Vikings winning 48-7. Blue Jays losing their season opener 2 weeks ago against UW River Falls, getting shut out. Meanwhile, Augustana defeated Rhodes in week 1, 34-28. Both teams did not play this past weekend. So it'll be the Blue Jays and the Vikings this Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock kickoff. From beautiful Langhorst Field, we'll have that one for you live here on BlueJayTV.com, so make sure you log in for Blue Jay football, or better yet, come on out and see the Blue Jays in person. Langhorse Field, Saturday afternoon. All right, after the timeout, it's a kill by Tori Stewart, and she is pumped up. So after the Millikin timeout, the Big Blue gets a kill by Tori Stewart, and the Big Blue lead it 19-18. Millikin has one timeout remaining. The Blue Jays do not have any timeouts left. Here in the second set, Brindle to serve. Big Blue by 1, 19-18. We're late in the second set. Setting it up here for Stewart again. And it's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. So a couple of kills by the senior, Tori Stewart. And the Big Blue by 2. Boy, your Millikin, you need some points. Who do you go to? Your senior. Tori Stewart with a couple of big kills. Brindle on the serve. Nice back row dig by Say. Rossing on the kill attempt. Back row dig by Kennedy. Diving effort by Howell. Cross-court kill is good by Delaney Higgins as she gets it right into the corner. Here's the kill attempt by Higgins. You'll see that it's right there, right in the corner. Well placed by Higgins. 21-18. Big Blue by 3, a whistle. Double hit and a point for Millikin as once again the Big Blue starting to open things up late in the set. 4-point advantage for Millikin. Boy, again, we were tied at 18, and now 4 straight points for Millikin. Blocked at the net nicely by Elmhurst. Big Blue on the attack. Blocked at the net by the Big Blue. Rossing, and the block. Take another look at it here. It looked like it was Sophia Gibbs, yeah, number 9. Delaney Higgins was there as well. It is now 23-18. 5 straight points. Brindle serving again. Pushing it over, nicely done. Great decision that time by the Blue Jays. Kellen Kennedy, watch Kellen decide not to set it up for her teammates, decides to push it over. It lands right in the middle of the Big Blue defense. And it's 23-19. Snaps the streak at 5 straight points for Millikin. Dig by Howell, setting it up. Stewart will push it over and get another big point. And now Tori will serve. Millikin 1 point away from capturing the second set and taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this match. The kill down the far side by Kaylee Phillips. Partially deflected at the net by Millikin, and it went out. So Elmhurst with the point, 24-20. Serving now for the Blue Jays, Allie Schwartz. Boy, Allie needs to get out and roll. Instead, it's partially deflected at the net by Kate Bauer. It goes out of bounds, and Millikin captures the second set, 25-20. So Millikin now leads this match 2-0. We'll take a timeout and come back for the third set of this match between Elmhurst and Millikin. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn. A place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome you back to the CCIW Conference Opener here tonight between Millikin and the Blue Jays of Elmhurst University. We welcome you back inside R.A. Fagenal Hall. Mark Kruger, Rich Forsman, glad to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Well, Millikin took the first set of this match, 25-18. They just won the second set, 25-20. So just like Thursday night against Dominican, the Blue Jays find themselves trailing 2-0 here in this match. Of course, on Thursday night, the Blue Jays came back to win sets 3, 4, and 5 and defeat the Stars. So they're going to try to do the same thing again here tonight against a very good and balanced Millikin Ball Club. A little while ago, Rich showed us the national championship banner here at R.A. Fagenal Hall back in 1983. 2 years later, the Blue Jays also captured a national championship in 1985. And in 1987, they were the national runners-up in women's volleyball. So a great history in women's volleyball over the years. And a new chapter beginning this season with Cameron Andrew as the new head coach of the Blue Jays. So Caitlin Skoronsky, who started off the match, she will start the third set here. Millikin leading 2-0. We're underway here in set number 3. Wiley with the jump and hitting it into the net, going out of bounds, and the Big Blue capturing the first point. Great effort by Jada, but it skimmed over the net and went out of bounds. 1-0 in favor of the Big Blue. Murray, kill by Kate Bauer, and we're tied at 1. Well, closing out the sets has been the story for the Big Blue. They closed out set 1, going on a 9-2 run. Dig in the back by Darrows. Here's Wiley, blocked at the net. Brown was there along with Kretter. And the Big Blue closed out the second set on a 7-2 run. So closing out the sets has been the story, and I'd have to say, along with the net play, the blocking of the Big Blue has been impressive tonight. Reese Brown setting it up, and a whistle and a double hit. Ed Vesley holding up 2 fingers to indicate a double hit, and we're tied at 2. Well officiated game as well. Ed Vesley, the R1, Darren Reese, the R2. Blocked nicely at the net. Kate Bauer getting the block. Lacey Kaiser was also there jumping for the Blue Jays, but it'll be Bauer with the block. 3-2 Elmhurst. Wiley on the jump serve. Itzenhauser with the kill. Peyton Say, boy, she did all she could to try to control that one, but a lot of velocity on that kill by Itzenhauser. And we're tied at 3. Third tie of this third set, as we are very early on in this one. Be a net violation. Point going to the Big Blue. Millikin by 1. Kaylee Itzenhauser to serve. Boy, if Millikin wins this third set and wins the match in 3 straight, people are going to be looking. There's Rawson getting the kill. And we're tied at 4. But we were tied at 1, 2, 3, and now tied at 4. But people are going to see the box score and say, oh, Millikin won easily in 3 straight sets. That obviously wasn't the case. Again, we were tied at 16 in the first set. We were tied at 18 in the second set. And now a point going to Millikin, Big Blue by 1. Straight up the middle, you see behind the line. So Millikin gets the back row kill, and they get the point, 5-4. Howell on the jump serve. Dig by Rawson. Blocked again at the net by Millikin, and the Blue Jays cannot get it over. 6-4 advantage. Again, Millikin doing the job at the net defensively. Howell continuing to serve. 5'5" sophomore majoring in business. Well, the dig by Peyton Say, but that was about all the Blue Jays could do on that one. 7-4. Early on here in the third set. Boy, I know, and again, there's moisture on the Blue Jays side of the court. Not to speculate, but I think another point here by the Big Blue, and Coach Andrew may have to burn one of his 2 timeouts here. I know we're early on, but he does not want to get this one get away from him. It's 7-4 Millikin. We're in the third set. Big Blue took the first 2 sets. Back row dig by Say. Here's Murray setting it up. Rossing. Cross-court kill is out. Another point by the Big Blue, and it's 8-4. And no timeout taken by Elmhurst. So Howell continues to serve as she looks over for serve placement from Coach Kick. The dig by Say. Murray setting it up, Rossing, and they'll get the point. So a point for the Blue Jays to make it 8-5. And now the Blue Jays will serve. Coming into the game is Kaylee Phillips. And it'll be Kennedy to serve. Kennedy just wide. Service error for Elmhurst, and it's now 9-5. Millikin by 4. Coming in to serve, Sandra Brindle for the Big Blue. Get another local product out of Downers Grove North, former Trojan. Freshman's jump serve, the dig in the back by Rossing. And now the kill attempt by Phillips. Diving effort by Peyton Say. couldn't get control of it. And a point going to the Big Blue, and now a timeout taken by Coach Andrew. And the Blue Jays, it's now 10-5 as Millikin now leading by 5. Biggest lead of this third set for the Big Blue. And again, a reminder, after this match, the Blue Jays will be on the road for a while. They'll be on the road for 7 consecutive matches before returning home against the Cardinals of North Central College on Tuesday, September 27th. And we'll have that one for you here on BlueJayTV.com. Tuesday, September 27th, when the Blue Jays take on the Cardinals of North Central. That'll be a 7 p.m. First serve. The next Blue Jay athletic event will be this Saturday as we'll head to the Gridiron, Elmhurst Field, as the Blue Jays, the football team, will take on Augustana in the CCIW Conference Opener, 1 o'clock kickoff. Blue Jays and the Augustana Vikings live from Elmhurst Field. 1 o'clock opening kickoff. Make sure you're logged on. Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, the start of that game. Here is a service ace by Itzenhauser. Check that, I'm sorry, Brindle, to make it 11-5. Brindle was serving when the Blue Jays took the timeout. So it's a 6-point advantage. Phillips pushes it over. Blocked at the net by the Blue Jays. Again, blocked at the net, but it drops on the Blue Jays side of the court. So another point for Millikin, and the lead is now 7. Brindle continuing to serve. Blue Jays with 1 timeout remaining. Phillips gets it over, now the Big Blue on the attack. Brindle setting it up to Stewart, but it went out of bounds. Point going to the Big Blue, it's now 12-6. You see the kill attempt by Stewart, you see it landing on the near side of that white line. Great camera work, Rich. 6-point deficit for the Blue Jays. Deros on the serve. And an ace. 12-7 now. So a couple of quick points as you see the serve by Deros. Blue Jays trailing by 5. See if Kayla can get on a roll. If I recall, and another service ace. If I recall, Kayla went on quite a roll last Thursday against Dominican. And the Blue Jays trailing now by 4, 12-8. We are in the middle of the third set. Kayla with another nice serve. And getting up and getting the kill is Tori Stewart. 13-8 now, top of your monitor. Stewart with the kill down that far sideline. And now Stewart will serve. 13-8, Big Blue. Dig in the back by Sed. Here's Wiley. Deflected, but it lands on the Big Blue side of the court. Wiley will get the kill, and the Blue Jays are within 4. Serving will be Larson. Nice jump serve by Keeley. Nice touch that time by Higgins as she went with the finesse shot just over the front row. And the lead now is 5, 14-9. Skowronski on the serve. Dig by Wiley, now Deros with the dig. Wiley hits it into the net from the back row. Point going to the Big Blue, it's now a 6-point advantage, 15-9. Coach Kick clapping, yelling out instructions, some encouragement for her club. Again, there's some moisture on the Blue Jay side of the court. Bauer drying it up. And I think we're ready to go now. Hear the whistle from Ed Vesley. Skowronski will serve. Big Blue leading by 6. Getting it over, Phillips. Phillips and Say both went for it. Phillips got a hand on it. Say probably had the better angle of it, but the point going to the Big Blue to make it 16-9. The lead is 7, and Coach Andrew burns his final timeout here of this third set. Coach Andrew's assistants, Molly Stock, Sarah Lychak, and Anastasia Labadessa. Blue Jays a year ago went 16-13. The Millikin of Big Blue, the Big Blue of Millikin, I should say, out of Decatur, went 9-19 a year ago. Tell you, look at the numbers here heading into this one. The Blue Jays averaging 12.3 kills per set. Millikin 12.2 kills per set. It doesn't get much closer than that. Get Millikin playing twice as many matches as the Blue Jays in the non-conference part of the season. Blue Jays, as I mentioned, will be on the road for the next 7 matches, and they'll have a bunch more non-conference competition. Clarkson, Otterbein, Calvin, Benedictine, Lake Forest will all be on the slate on the road for the Blue Jays coming up here in the next week and a half. Big Blue by 7, and a service ace. And now Millikin pulling away. 17-9 here in the third set. Millikin looking to take this match in 3 straight. Skowronski. Up the middle for the kill attempt was Bauer, but how about the defense by the Big Blue? Kennedy setting it up to Wiley, and again Millikin defensively holding its own. Kennedy on the dig, Say getting it over. Millikin on the attack, blocked, and hitting it into the net. Wiley did not have a very good angle. She was down on her knees in the front row. Take another look at it here. You see the end of it. Wiley hitting it into the net, and another point as Millikin now has doubled up on Elmhurst. 18-9. Skowronski with a nice serve. Kennedy setting it up to Phillips. Kennedy on the dig. Here's Say. Wiley on the kill attempt, blocked. Kennedy pushing it over. The dig by Howell. Oh, mistiming her jump was Kretter, but Millikin still got it over. And again, a block and a point. Jessie Kretter, number 13, timing her jump beautifully. Kretter is a 6'1" senior, and she used her height beautifully. It is now 19-9, and again, they're cleaning up that side of the court, the Blue Jay side, the left-hand part of your monitor, if you will. That has been an issue as far as moisture tonight, and a service error as that one went a little too long. It's now 19-10. Murray coming in along with Lacey Kaiser, and Aaron Murray will serve. Blue Jays down 9 here in the third set. Up the middle too strong. I don't believe Darrow's touched it. And so the point is going to go to the Blue Jays, 19-11. Murray continuing to serve. Well, 1 point at a time, I guess. Back row dig by Howell. Itzenhauser And now it's Say on the dig. She's setting up Wiley. Partially blocked. Back row dig by Howell. Blocked nicely by the Blue Jays. They keep it alive. Setting it up, Brindle. Back row dig by Darrows. Here's Wiley again. Diving effort by Skaronsky, but the point going to the Blue Jays and the kill going to Jada Wiley to make it 19-12. And Jada with a lot of velocity on that kill. It's now 19-12. Murray continuing to serve. Millikin now, Itzenhauser getting it over. Back row dig by Darrows. At the front row, pushing it over was Kate Bauer, the 6'1 junior. You'll take a look at it here. Kate didn't have to move very much, and she made sure she did not touch the net. Point to the Blue Jays, 19-13, and Murray continuing to serve. Getting some instruction there from Coach Andrew, and now she's ready to go. There's the whistle from Ed Vesley. Oh, a diving effort by Murray. Great job. And that kill attempt is long. Another point for Elmhurst. 19-14. Timeout taken by Coach Kick, as she has seen enough here as the Blue Jays rattling off 5 straight points. Remember, they were down 18-9. It is now 19-14. So a good timeout taken by Millikin after 5 straight points for the Blue Jays, 19-14. Mentioned earlier, other action in the CCIW. Augustana at 5-3 is at 5-2 Wheaton. All of those matches, as you see, our lone fan cheerleader enjoying herself here tonight. Boy, another good crowd on hand here at R.A. Fagginal Hall. Carroll is at Illinois Wesleyan. And in a non-conference battle up in Kenosha, Carthage hosting Beloit. All right, after the Millikin timeout, Murray continuing to serve. Oh, it's Itzenhauser. Boy, the Millikin, they didn't mess around. They just set it up, gave it to Kaylee here, and the outside hitter stops the bleeding, if you will. Millikin getting the point to make it 20-14. And Reese Brown, the setter, will serve for the Big Blue. Kaiser gets it over. Back row dig by Howell. Partially deflected by the Blue Jays. It was Kate Bauer, but it went off her hand and it went out of bounds. So the Big Blue getting the point, 21-14. Millikin by a touchdown. Getting late here in the third set. 21-14 Millikin. Dig by Darrows. Here's Wiley. Blocked, but it went out of bounds. Blue Jays get the point, 21-15. Wiley to serve. Murray to Rossing. Rossing with a cross-court kill. Elise, the sophomore from Maple Grove, Minnesota, gets the kill. Blue Jays within 5. Wiley to serve. 21-16. Itzenhauser with the kill. Man, she has been impressive. Stewart has been there as well on the attack. 22-16. And a service ace by Itzenhauser. 23-16. Millikin 2 points away from capturing the match. Looking to improve to 7-2 on the year. Skims the top of the net. And a whistle as that one was hit into the net by Lacey Kaiser. And so now it is match point. 24-16. Itzenhauser trying to win the match for the Big Blue. And it's a service error. She hits that one into the net. 24-17, so the Blue Jays stay alive. Peyton Say, the junior libero out of Villa Park, will serve for Elmhurst. Whistle before Tori Stewart could touch that one, a double hit. So the Blue Jays with a point, 24-18. Another nice serve by Say. Murray setting it up here to the near side. Kaiser. Now it's Millikin on the attack. Stewart, wow, one-handed dig in the back by Wiley. Rossing gets it over. Wiley on the dig. Murray setting it up. Deflected at the net by Millikin. Wiley to Murray. Now Millikin on the attack. Brown setting it up. Cross-court kill attempt by Stewart. And the point set and the match going to the Big Blue as they take this third set 25-18. And Millikin wins the match in 3 straight sets. So an impressive outing by the Big Blue here tonight. Millikin improves now to 7-2. Meanwhile, Elmhurst falls to a game under 500. The Blue Jays now 2-3 overall as the Blue Jays will now embark on a huge road trip. They'll be at Clarkson on Friday night. 5:30 is the opening serve for that match. Again, we will have the next match here at R.A. Fagenal Hall for the Blue Jays. That will not be until September 27th, Tuesday, when they take on North Central at 7 o'clock. So for Rich Forsman, Mark Kruger saying so long from R.A. Fagenal Hall. Again, the Big Blue win it in 3 straight sets. Have a great evening. So long, everybody.